Hello everybody and welcome to With Great Power Let's Plays. This is actually the channel I started up to do Let's Plays of only superhero games with a host of other people. Today I have with me WillKnavison of Will and the Jerks fame. Go check out that channel. Introduce yourself.
Hey there, true believers. That's all I got.
Well, you did predict the opening of the game, because Stanley's gonna come up in a second and start jabbering. So, see, this guy is a trooper. I love Stanley. He's he's pushing 90. He's pushing 90 and he's still into the scene.
That's right. He's one of those cool old men that you wish was your grandfather.
Oh, I wish I was his grandchild. He seems like the guy to get to know, because he was like the pioneer of comics. Well, not really the pioneer, but he was very influential, you know.
Very influential.
Yeah. Like, there's not a single Marvel name I don't think he had a hand in other than Captain America.
I can smell your breath from here.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, you actually hear Neil Patrick Harris voice acting Spider-Man.
Also, Neil Patrick Harris did do Spider-Man in the 2003 MTV series.
Yeah, I never actually watched that. Have you seen that?
I have. It was pretty okay from what I remember.
I heard it was supposed to be like a darker, more adult version.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot. I remember one episode, someone got decapitated.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game, as I neglected to mention, is Shattered Dimensions. And, it's a fun little game where you get to play as 4 different Spider-Men. You get to play as Amazing, Spider-Man 2099, Ultimate Spider-Man, which I love, and Spider-Man Noir, which gives you a nice little selection and variety of different games. I know you've played this a little bit, Nick. Or Will. I don't know what to call you. I call you 2 different names.
Yeah, you can call me whatever. It doesn't matter.
Alright. I know you've played this before. Have you played each Spider-Man's level at least once?
Just the tutorial at most. I mean, I got up to, I finished up after, I took it back after I, did Craven's level, Craven's level.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen much of the game beyond the first level.
Right.
The mechanics in Spider-Man Noir are the ones I dislike, because I'm generally terrible at stealth, and ironically, this is the first level where, I mean, that's the first tutorial stage I die in this video, so you can tell that stands as a testament to how bad I am at stealth.
It's okay, I'm bad at stealth too.
Yeah, that's why I'll never be a pro at Metal Gear Solid. Madam Web, she's such a creeper.
I'm the most charming, right?
She just appears out of nowhere. But then, like, there's a lot of history behind her. It's just so strange. Like, this was actually the first appearance I was ever introduced to her with, and I was like, who is this bitch?
No pressure.
And then later I read a comic with her and Juggernaut, and now she's not even an old lady anymore. It's I think it's actually a Spider-Woman. Or something.
Let's get started.
No, Arachne, I think, is Madam Web now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Who am I to refuse a
Lovely lady, right. She's 80 years old. Stop, Spider-Man. Stop. Alright, so, I'm a dumbass, and I fuck up the controls here, but you know, that's how it goes. This game has very distinctive art styles for each of the Spider-Man's levels, you know. Like, this one's very comic booky, you can tell by looking at it. Then Ultimate is kind of, I guess, cel-shaded? Is that what it looked like to you?
Yeah, Ultimate's very cel-shaded. 2099, very futuristic, you know, the normal type of HD graphics you're expecting in video games today. And Noir's very dark.
Right, very grainy.
Grainy.
Yeah. And, the mechanics in this game, they work very well. The humor is off the wall. I loved it when I was playing it. Like, you just heard Spider-Man talk about the Stick'em powers earlier. And later on in the tutorial, Ultimate Spider-Man actually says something like, they're actually called Stick'em powers. And what, did one of the other me's say that joke before? So
Hey, look what I found.
they kind of interact with each other. It's a fun game. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's been out long enough that it's at an affordable price by now.
The black suit. What am I doing in the black suit? I hate
Yes. Now we go over to Ultimate Spider-Man. Oh, do you have any experience with his comics?
Actually, no. In fact, I've only been recently getting into comics thanks to Comixology. Most of my knowledge of Spider-Man comes from the movies and a brief bit of the cartoon.
You poor soul.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing, I know. For anybody new to comics or just likes animation in general, do not marathon the 1994 Spider-Man series, because if you do, you will notice how many times they repeat the same animation during a single episode, or they constantly use run-on dialogue. And not to mention the constantly blaring music. There's not a moment of silence. Thanks, Haim Saban. No, I can't say that. Thanks, Shuki Levy. You idiot.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? There was a Nostalgia Critic review. Sorry, plugging a bunch of stuff here where something didn't shut up. So, I think it was the other animated Titanic movie. Yeah, when cartoons do that, it's annoying. Because you like to have downtime to kind of absorb everything that's been going on. And it's a design flaw whenever they just put in something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, basically Ultimate Spider-Man, little backstory, is a series that was launched in 2000 that was meant to bring Spider-Man readily available into the newer generation. It was basically... It started off the same as everything else. Like, it started off the same as the 616 universe, but branched off. And, is now its own story with a new character now that Spider-Man is dead. So now we go to 2099 Spider-Man, which was actually its own universe for a while. You had, like, Punisher, Hulk, Ravage, Doom, all those 2099 series. And Spider-Man was actually one of the ones that was brought into it. And it was a totally new character, Miguel O'Hara, who was gene-spliced to how he got his spider powers. And you can see he's a more intimidating Spider-Man, who is, obviously blind. I don't see how we can see out of that material his costume's made out of. I don't know, maybe he's going totally off spider sense. And
what I know about this one is that this Spider-Man's actually voiced by Dan, I hope I get his name right, I'm trying to remember, WillKnavison, who was Spider-Man in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know if he voices him in 2099, I mean in Edge of Time as well, because this one kind of sounds almost cartoonish in a way. Like, it's very hero-y, but it doesn't... When I first made the realization today, I'm like, this doesn't really fit a Spider-Man.
Well, in that series, in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, he did have that kind of superhero-y voice.
That was around in the 70s, right?
No. That was actually early 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a Spider-Man series in the 70s. It wasn't...
I don't think there was one in the 70s. There was one in the 60s that I know is... By the way, Hugh is the Bomb is now online. Thanks for that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I didn't care to talk to him, so he's online.
Cool. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, there was a Spider-Man series in the 60s that Ralph Bakshi actually worked on. By the way, Ralph Bakshi is a pioneer in adult animation. That I know, that I'm sure most of you know now, thanks to various images around the net, such as I have the weirdest boner ever, and well, just various images.
Yes, the 60s Spider-Man memes.
Oh, God.
How I love thee.
And we will riff that one of these days, I promise.
Thank God. Yes, I'll plug your channel right now, because for the life of me, I can't remember the channel name.
Okay, the channel name is, well, WillKnavison. I do Will and the Jerks. I riff on a whole bunch of cartoons and anime and other stuff. Link is in the annotation right here. Boop! Making Noir Spider-Man say it.
Oh, you're gonna have to make me learn annotations, man.
Oh, don't worry. It's right in the it's right in the.
It's right in. Yeah, I know. All right, I'll do it. I'll learn annotations for you. All right, Noir Spider-Man. Now, I've never actually read the Noir series, but I think it was a spin-off with other things. Just like the 2099 universe, I think there were different comic series that had this. And
I downloaded issue 1 of Noir Spider-Man.
Really, was it any good?
So far, yeah. I mean, the Goblin this time is a mobster instead of just a guy in a suit. And the Vulture now eats people.
Yes, he's a cannibal. He ate Uncle Ben.
Yes.
That is one of the things that I picked up from the guidebook. I got the guidebook because I'm a sucker for learning how to do things. And yeah, the Vulture ate Uncle Ben. So this whole universe is mainly dark. It's set in the 30s, as you can tell. I can't exactly figure out what spawned this idea. I know there were... What?
There were other Noir Marvel series, like Noir X-Men. That's the only one I can remember, X-Men Noir.
Yeah. And I know there were different series, like one of my favorites is Marvel 1602, which is really nice if you haven't even heard of that. What?
I have.
Okay,
I have.
good.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, 1602 is basically a series where all of the Marvel superheroes are happening like centuries early because somebody was sent back in time. I won't spoil who, but read that series if you can find it. It is great, and the twists are good, except Peter Parker's name. His name is Peter Parquois, and he's Irish, and I do not like that. And around here is where I die, because I get seen by an enemy, and I stupidly go up and try to punch him. And he shoots me dead. Yeah, I'm like, maybe I can... See, I get a few hits in, but then he starts blocking me and shooting me. Or hitting me with his rifle. And then I realize my efforts are futile, and run away, and die. So, there you go. Marking this series off with a good start, dying on a tutorial level. Alright. So, second run through, I got the patterns down, I do this well, and don't die. So yeah, the whole game centers around getting these pieces of tablets, as you can see. And each level has a particular version of a Spider-Man villain from the respective universe, like Will said. You get the mobster version of the Goblin in the Noir universe. You get the cannibal version of the Vulture. I believe you even get Hammerhead in this one.
Oh, cool.
You also get, in the Ultimate Universe, you get Electro. I'm not going to try to remember every single one, but then in the 2099, you get Hobgoblin 2099. And you just get a bunch of respective villains. It's actually pretty neat. And then the boss battle is laughably easy. The final boss. It's just Mysterio, and it's really easy. And as you can see, it's my first time playing through the game. Even though I've played it before on Xbox, but...
Across many dimensions, these four fearless Spider-Men.
Let's let Stanley talk for a minute here.
You never interrupt Stanley.
Never interrupt Stanley.
Of order and chaos, not just for the sake of their own worlds, but for the fate of every world, in every dimension. Good luck, web slingers.
Oh, you gonna clean that web up, Spider-Man? I mean, you kind of just left it hanging there.
Yeah, that's one thing. What happens with the webbing?
I think it actually dissolves after 1 hour.
That makes sense. That way, window washers won't be pissed.
Yeah.
Goddamn Spider-Man. Goddamn Spider-Man.
Swinging around New York, leaving us this mess to clean up. What is this shit? And the plot thickens. You see Mysterio in his apartment building, which is oddly normal for a supervillain.
Well, I'm guessing supervillainy doesn't really pay the bills.
Yeah.
Especially if you're living in an apartment like that.
Yeah.
You gotta go work for, like, Kingpin or somebody.
Penthouse suite with a wide window looking out over the city.
Yes.
So yeah, Mysterio was a fake villain, just focusing on illusions, and obviously the Tablet of Power and Chaos gave him the ability to use his powers for real. So, after this loading screen, that about wraps up this episode. We'll see you guys later with the Craven commentary. So, until then, I'm Copper.
And I'm WillKnavison.
Alright, see you guys later.
See ya.